Time for rock news on 101.1 WJRR, Orlando's rock station. Let's check in with Lynch and Taco and see which rockers are making the headlines for all the right and wrong reasons. 101.1 WJRR.
Orlando's rock station and a radio station where you can go fund yourself 13 times a day. Who else can say that?
Mm-hmm. There's a word out there right now that you can enter at WJRR.com to win $1,000. The word?
Well, you'll have a shot at winning if your entry is picked at random.
Mm-hmm. And if you answer your phone about an hour from now when they call, the word that you need to enter at WJRR.com is GRAND. G-R-A-N-D.
Do it like in the next 20 minutes or so to be eligible for this hour. And then you can enter each hour. There's another keyword coming your way around 10 past each hour all day long, straight through till 9:10 tonight. As you may have heard or may not have heard, I'm going to mention it again because I know a lot of you are holding tickets for the Greta Van Fleet show in Tampa.
The update.
Both shows in Florida have been canceled at this point, but Greta Van Fleet singer Josh Kiska says it is his hope they'll get those rescheduled as soon as possible. He ruptured his eardrum a little while back at a show in the Northeast. It hasn't healed yet. They were hoping they'd be ready to go by this week's shows, but he's just not ready. So the Florida shows have been nixed. He profusely and profoundly apologizes, says he and the entire band feel horrible, but they'll do their best to get those rescheduled as soon as possible.
I know somebody who's ruptured their eardrum, and I'm telling you to try to sing when that happens to you. Oh, God.
They're not alone. Jane's Addiction has canceled a bunch of shows on their tour there, the Spirits on Fire tour with Smashing Pumpkins, due to an injury to Perry Farrell.
What?
He's not exactly saying what he did to himself.
He's not the kind of guy that would bail and be a weenie about something.
No, well, given the fact that Dave Navarro is already sitting this one out because of long COVID, now you don't have Perry. Okay, well, they're going to be missing a bunch of shows coming up. Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Montreal, Toronto, Quebec City.
They played the Florida one, though, already.
Yeah, they hope to rejoin the tour in Cleveland. Perry says he's doing some rehabbing on whatever this injury is he sustained after a show at Madison Square Garden.
Hate it.
You know how you hear about these big corporations paying big artists to play at their conventions or their meetings or whatever.
Yeah, they'll have them out near the theme parks in a hotel, and it's Kenny Chesney.
Or you never know who might be in town playing a private affair at any given day or time.
The artists love doing them, I heard, because the cash they make for them.
Listen to this. Kiss apparently did one of these on Saturday night in Austin, Texas, for 100 people. Which company do you suppose afforded that?
Oh, God. Was it like Google? Or?
Try the world's largest tobacco company.
Oh, really?
Philip Morris International. Everybody standing around smoking.
Yeah.
Smoking and now vaping. It is ironic because none of the members of KISS smoke cigarettes.
And
none of them really even drink.
Probably disgusted by cigs.
Well, they weren't disgused by the money, apparently.
Oh, and they'll do anything for money.
Well,
Kiss.
Hey, you've got. Hey, I don't blame these bands at all. I don't blame any band for taking that cash.
No, me either. Are you kidding? So my buddy was talking to Zach Brown at one of these shows, and Zach Brown was just standing out in the crowd after playing it, and they were just shooting the ass, and Zach goes, "Oh, man," he goes, "I love playing these gigs." He goes, "You make a ton of money."
I'm sure they do. Nickelback will play their first live show in 3 years coming up. Actually, they announced 3 of these. So if you want to hop on a plane, go to either Toronto, New Jersey, or Connecticut next month.
You know people well from here.
This ahead of their long-awaited 10th studio album and their first release in 5 years, Get Rollin', which comes out November 18th.
So they're playing only 3 venues that they're naming as of right now.
It's just a little warm-up deal ahead to get the hype going for the new album.
Yeah, but they better be big venues.
No, they're intimate shows.
Oh, wow.
Intimate. To make it more special, Taco Bob. How about this one? Take this headline for what it's worth. AC/DC's Brian Johnson says he had thoughts of driving his car into a wall when he was replaced by Axl Rose.
Come on,
Remember
Brian.
the whole hearing loss thing?
Yeah.
And,
Dude.
he was that down over the band just going on without him. Well, when does Axl come in and handle things? It's all good, Brian.
Thank God he didn't do it because he got his ears all fixed.
Yeah, the ears are fixed up now. He's good to go and can. In fact, also this week he said he would really, really like to be able to do more new music with AC/DC. How about just touring, guys? You guys had all these huge plans leading up to the last album,
Yeah.
and then we know COVID hit, but everybody else is back out there doing their thing. AC/DC, come on!
Why am I getting the visual of Brian Johnson that he actually did plaster, go straight into the wall? And I have him in that, like we talked about a few weeks ago, the full body cast where it's your arms and your legs and your whole body and even your head, and all you have is like a hole for the mouth. I get a picture of him in the hospital like that, and then the doctor coming up and saying, hey, we found a device to fix your ear. And he's like this, son of a bitch.
Well, thank you for not doing that, Brian. Tommy Lee's 60th birthday bash apparently was quite the to-do in Mexico. John Travolta was there. Chad Kroeger showed up. Who else? Nikki Sixx and Vince Neil were there. Rob Zombie guitarist John Five. And they had a hoot down in Mexico for Tommy Lee's 60th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Not a lot of details on it, but okay. What else we got here? Oh, this is actually kind of funny. Jamie Josta from Hatebreed. He has a very good podcast, by the way. Not that I'm pimping it for him, but he kind of called out Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden. Bruce can be kind of cantankerous on stage towards the fans. There was another incident a few nights ago where a fan got up on stage and it got ugly. And then there's been several instances where he's screaming at fans for smoking weed while the band is performing because the smoke bothers him, and several members of the band can't stand the smell of marijuana, and it's like, why don't you all just go to the back if you're going to do that? And anyway, Jamie just tweets out, this is great, I got to give him credit, says, Bruce Dickinson, if you read this, hi. You're a great vocalist, frontman. We took your son's band on tour. Hope you are well. Just so you know, lots of people like to smoke weed at concerts. What does it annoy you, bro? Besides flying planes, laughing out loud, you might need a puff or two.
Yeah, settle down right there, Bruce.
Pretty funny, man.